everybody, and welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video I'm going to be doing my Pan Those Eyeshadows update, and I feel like this is like a really exciting one. I'm like really on edge about some of them that I haven't hit my goals on, and then I feel really excited about the one that I have hit my goals on. So let's start off with like the really exciting update that everyone wants to see. That is my I Heart Revolution egg, and this shade I wore quite a few times. You guys would have seen the look in a couple of my most recent videos anyway. I feel like there's a horrible glare coming off my glasses, so I'm just gonna take them off for now. Yes, I've been wearing this quite a lot as like a soft shade. I will say the formula on this is definitely starting to kind of dry out a little bit, so this might be a palette that I try to kind of pan throughout the year, either by myself or with you guys. I'm not really 100% set on what I want to do just yet, but this is how the shadow is looking. Like within 4 uses I had hit the pan, and I just used it a few more times to extend the pan, and once the pan was here it turned out that all of this product down here was actually really thin and I could get a lot of pan, which I feel really happy. That is a huge amount of pan in here and I'm so proud, and I'm very excited because it means we can roll a new shade into this project. Let's move on to the 2 shadow palettes I felt I could have had either pan or more progress in. The first one comes from my Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. This is one of my oldest palettes in my collection. In here I'm working on the shade Bodacious. You can see just how big that dip is. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I cannot hit pan on this for my life of me. I am just shocked that I have not hit pan on this shade yet, and I will be very interested to see how long it takes for me to hit pan on here, because I remember this one taking forever, so this one's probably going to take forever as well. Let's see how deep these pans are. Okay, so these eyeshadows are 1 gram product. Then another one that I thought I would either hit pan on or my progress would be just a little bit more visible is from the Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette. This month I pretty much wore this almost every single day that I was wearing eyeshadow. The dip is absolutely humongous. Can you see that? It's just such a big dip in there, and I still just haven't hit pan. Then let's talk about one that I think I made really good progress on, and that comes from my I Heart Revolution Nudes palette. This in here I'm working on the shade Bodacious. Thank you everybody in the comments for telling me how it's pronounced. I get a bit like nervous with like my pronunciation of things. I think sometimes I say things a little bit funny, so I really would like rather have people correct me. I think I've made pretty good progress in here. Can you see this? Considering this is a brand new shade, pretty much this is a newer palette to my collection. I believe I got it for Christmas or my birthday, but my birthday's in December, so basically I got it in December last year. But I think I've made pretty good progress. Like there is a dip, there's a shape starting to form in the pan, there's a little bit of a dip starting to form, but again I think these pans are pretty good, pretty big. Again, I think this is going to take me a while to hit pan on, but this is quite a really nice natural shade and I do find it really easy to use on a daily basis. And then finally I have the Everything You Need Bright palette, and I'm not gonna lie, with this shade I haven't used it as much because I was really working and focusing on the purple shade from the Egg from Revolution, so I haven't been working on this one as much. But even though I haven't been working on this one as much, I have worn it a couple of times and I did really enjoy this. I really enjoy this shade, as you guys know, and I can't wait until I wear it more. And as you can see, there still is that little dip there. I don't think it's moved much since last update. I really love this palette, I love the formulation, and I'm really happy to be working on this red in the shade Surreal Strawberry. So yeah, I'm very excited. And I can't wait to see what other looks I come up with this red shadow. I think my most creative looks have come from the red shadow and also the purple shadow, and I've been probably my most creative with eyeshadow and most inspired through this red, so I'm very excited to see what other looks I come up with. But yeah, that is all of my progress in all of my shadows. I'm just going to go and grab my laptop and load up my spreadsheet telling me which eyeshadows are in here, because obviously hitting pan on this little purple guy in here means I can generate a new shade, so that's what I'm going to do. I just need to load up my laptop to get my spreadsheet up. Okay, believe it or not, it did just take me 15 minutes to load up my laptop. My laptop is very old. So I'm going to be running the numbers 1 through 428 in my Pretty Random app. So it's going to look a little something like that. My number was obviously 1 through 428, and then I'm just going to press randomize, and I got the number 127. Let's just double check that it's not one that I've already rolled into this project pan. It's from a different palette, but it is from another Revolution palette. Okay, so the shade 127 in my collection comes from my Revolution colour block palette. Again, this is a new one to my collection. I got this around December as well. So this is pretty much an untouched palette. The shade 127 is another matte, and that is the shade right here. This seems like a really nice red toned, really warm toned brown, but it seems like a nice one. I'm just going to do a little swatch. This formula is a little bit powdery, but I don't hate it. I can get along with this palette pretty well. Again, this is a newer one to my collection, so I can see this taking a longer time to finish up. This will go really nicely with all of the other like warm tone browns and browns I have in here to make a neutral smoky eye. I'm just going to quickly swatch all of the shades out on my hand for you guys, so you guys can see these swatches of the colours I'm going to be working on this upcoming month. Okay, so this is what my colour palette is looking like for the upcoming month. This is a very, very pretty colour wheel. It's a really nice neutral warm tones, neutral warm tones with a pop of red. I actually think these colours look really, really good together. This looks like a really good like palette almost. If this was a colour range in a palette, I would absolutely love it. So I'm very, very, very excited. And that's everything for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please do like and subscribe to my channel if you're new around here and want to see more videos from me, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one. Bye.